Welcome back to my channel here at Trades to G. My name is Sammy. Today we're going to chart GME. And before I go ahead and chart, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and join the Discord. Guys, you guys know, especially my Discord members, how much I speak non-highly of GME. But today, especially yesterday's earnings, you got me going. And at least I took a position this morning, and I'm very happy what I see with the chart. Now let's get straight into it. On the weekly, there's a lot of oscillators pointing to the north. They want to scream louder, but to the upside. Let's start off with the MACD here on the weekly, folks. And you notice the signal line. It's somewhat coiling, and look at the MACD. It's about to slap that signal line. And once we cross, folks, let me show you something. Every time we cross the signal line underneath the center line on the MACD weekly, folks, look at this. Just want to show you something. I couldn't resist getting in a position only because a lot of things are going on. Once we cross the signal line with the MACD, look at this massive swing to the upside underneath the center line. Massive swing to the upside. We have two crosses over here. Again, cross again. Massive swing to the upside. Again, cross. Massive swing to the upside. Cross. Massive swing. So if I were to look at price action history, and history was going to repeat itself, once this signal crosses, once the MACD crosses that red line, the signal line, folks, it's off to the races. Okay, but the fun is just getting started. Okay, look at the look at the RSI, folks, on the weekly. Again, once we cross, it is only north. Okay, north. Once we cross above the center line, north. There's so much momentum, and I love this the most here. Okay, here. I love the DMI indicator. I love it so much because this is telling you the strength of the trend. And every time, look at this split. It's like a rubber band effect. It completely whiplash on the opposite end, or at least to the north side, exactly where we want it. And every time we did, look at the last time we had a whiplash. North, bananas. Okay, north to the fucking jungle town. Okay, and obviously we hit a resistance line here. It was scalding. But look, if we're gonna come and hit this resistance line, so we did it back here and here. Oh, well, wrong one. Here and then here, folks. Again, on the weekly, this is just bullishness. Okay, follow the trend. This is the trend is your friend. All right, we trade the charts. Screw my political bias on GME. Freak it, man. But what I see here is I love what I see on the chart. Let's turn on our indicators, our small ones. Okay, if you notice again, the weekly, look at the SMAs acting as resistance, the 50, the 20, the 100. But look at the EMAs, above the 5, above the 10, and now above the 20. Look what happened every time the 5 EMA was above the candle price action. Let me show you guys. It's very important. You see this red line here? Excuse me, this orange line here? Look what price action did. Resistance, 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 resist. Like I keep going. But once we hit that 5 EMA, that bullish engulfing candle on the weekly timeline, folks, this is now acting as support. At least that's the start of this trend. Okay, on the weekly. Let me show you on the 3-day. Again, look what happened. The 5 EMA and now the 10 acting as resistance, but now you're acting as support. It's even better that you have the 10 rolling up underneath the candles. Okay, obviously I would want it above the 50, but this is good news. Okay, even on the 3-day, you see the RSI is above the center line, the MACD is coiling, we cross the signal line, the positive DI is coiling up, and look at that ADX underneath the positive DI. It's gonna act like a push. It's like your brother pushing you in the back to go faster, 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 rolling down the hill. But look, this is positive, and obviously we have a clean resistance line above this DMI trend line here that I drew up here, so roughly around 31,816. So I'll be looking at that as a key rejection area. And if we look at it to our left as well in the RSI, look at that. All right, I kind of drew a little bit too big here, and look at this. Look at this again. Okay, so we have a clean rejection around roughly this range. So if the RSI were to hit this range trend line, so that will be somewhat of an exit point, but I guarantee that'll be a new higher low. At least I suspect it will be a new higher low, because if you're going to issue warrants, especially with the great news that GME has presented or they announced, you're going to issue warrants above $32, and then people are just going to keep buying until we hit the $32 mark. Okay, and you can exercise those shares. But I love what I see. Look at the price action. Everything about this ticker is screaming bullishness. So I had to take a position. I could not resist. Okay, Obviously, we got a nice little clean rejection here, or I should say, excuse me. I know it's a little dirty. Let me turn off the EMAs. So we do have a clean rejection here. If we just take a box, obviously we got the 382. Look left, and obviously it's been a clean resistance here, support, resistance, support, etc. So it's finding resistance here now, but it's okay because it takes time. It takes literal time, and that's the point. Okay, you're not gonna get rich tomorrow. You're not gonna get rich. Maybe you are gonna get rich tomorrow. Who the hell knows? But stuff like this takes time, and the conviction, well, this is the time. Not financial advice, but this is the time. This is the point. This is the time to somewhat put a little bit of, if you're looking to get into a potential swing trade, this is a nice swing trade. I already did consider, and I'm gonna ride the wave. Okay, I'm gonna ride this wave, see where it takes me. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work out, but you know what? At least in terms of price history, I love what I see with GME, and it looks like it wants to boom. It looks like it wants to boom. We have a clean rejection here at 0.5. We did it, well, almost did it here, and we had a nice one at these two candles here. So if I had to suspect, this trend line, at least up here, if I point, yep, is around that 0.5. So that'll be exactly where trend is going to take us. Okay, another swing to the 0.5. That'd be great. That would be great. And look how many days it took to actually get to the 0.5. Okay, so let's say from the little swing low to high, actually from this low to this high, excuse me. What the hell? Okay, now it's not working. Oh, here we go. From this low, from that high, it took exactly 158 days. So let's take this one from here. Here, it took 56 days, roughly close to 2 months. So if we had to take it from, let's say, 56 days here to here, so roughly a month, roughly 2 months. Okay, roughly 2 months. We'll look to see to get to the 0.5, hopefully sooner. But I suspect within 2 months we should get it up there. So that's my small little TA. There's a lot more to go over with, but in terms of locking in a nice potential opportunity here for GME, this price range is looking good. It's cheap in my opinion, and there's only positive news. We had good earnings. Okay, we have good earnings, and there's this split button, which I'm not sure what the heck that is. It's very interesting. A lot of conspiracies out there with this button here. I see Reddit going crazy for this. But very interesting. So again, thank you so much for watching the TA. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and join the Discord, folks. See you guys.